let me do chapter 3 is ratios and proportions. So let me know if you can't see what I'm writing, because I actually have the internet up, not my dock camera, so I can't see what's actually in the frame.
Okay.
Okay, so a ratio is the easiest way to look at it is like a fraction. So a ratio is 5 girls to 6 boys. And you can write it a few different ways. You could do 5 over 6 like a fraction, 5 to 6 like that with words, and then 5:6 like that. So basically what you're going to do is put the first thing that they're saying as the numerator or the first number. So to say 6 over 5, 6 to 5, 6:5 would be wrong. Whatever they name first has to go here, has to go here, or has to go here. The second thing has to go as the denominator, as the second number, and as the second number. So it's comparing two numbers, girls to boys, miles to hours, whatever. So suppose they say, if you go 60 miles in 2 hours, what is the ratio? It would be 60 over 2. Now that you have that information, you could find out how many miles would you go in 1 hour. So you would do 2 divided by 60 equals 30. So you would go 30 miles in each hour. Now you could predict, this is getting a unit rate. That means what is the price for 1 orange? What is the number of miles in 1 hour? So the unit rate is finding out if they say each orange, say 10 oranges cost $30. How much would one cost? So you would say 30 divided by 10. They cost $3 each. Does that make sense? So this would be the unit rate. It's the price for one.
Okay.
Okay, so let's see. They are saying the next thing is if you go 14.4 miles in 3 seconds, how many would you go in 10 seconds? Or how many would you go in 1 second? So once you find out what this is, you can find out what you would do in 10 seconds or 1 second or whatever. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to divide 14.4 by 3. 3 goes into 14, 4 times 12, 2, 4. Okay, so it's 4.8 per second. And our label is miles. Now we could figure out what we would do in 10 seconds by taking the unit rate of 4.8 and multiplying it by 10. And then we go in 1. It would be 48 miles. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right, so this is 3.1. Okay, sometimes they're going to say they want you to find the unit rate. It's 8 hours times $9 over hours. So this would be, depending on what it was. Say you made $50. And so let's cross this out. If you made $50 and you worked 10 hours, how much would you make in 1 hour? So you would divide 10 into 50 goes 5. So it'd be $5 an hour. And then you could find out, well, what about if I worked 40 hours? So you would do 40 times 5 equals 200. You would make $200 Okay, so that is 4.1. And then, sorry, 3.1. Let me go to 3.2 and see. 3.2 is slope. Okay, good. Yeah, we need to get into this. Slope is a little tricky. Okay, so the slope of something. All right, can you see my paper?
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is the x-axis. This is the y-axis. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
So slope is a change in y over a change in x. And what that means is, suppose you have a line that goes like this. And on this line, there is...
Wait, I can't see. I can see your, like, the book. I can't see your actual, like, paper, though.
Starting right now or no?
No.
You mean you haven't been able to see my paper this whole time?
No, I saw it, like, a second. Now it's not there anymore.
Oh, weird. Okay. That's so weird. I didn't do anything different. Okay, so slope is the change in y over the change in x. So here's our x-axis, here's our y-axis, and then they're going to make a line, and they want you to find out how this line is changing. So we're going to go like this. 1, 2, 2. So it's going up 2 and it's going over 2. Then it's going up 2 and over 2. Up 2, over 2. So this is what slope means. It's how deep the line is. Is the slope like this? That would be a 0 slope. Is it like this? Or is it like really slanted, like a very steep line like this? So that's what slope means. And there is an equation to figure that out. So what you're going to do, just, I can't really show you this page. Okay, I'll just copy it. So they're saying that a slope changes 1, 2, 3, 4, and 3 over. So the change would be, the change in y is 1, 2, 3, 4. So you would write a 4 over the change in x, 1, 2, 3. So we would show it as a fraction like this. If the change in y was that it went up 3, then that would be our denominator, and say the change in x was that the line changed by 6, which means this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the up would be 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. And you would plot your points, and then you would draw a line through it. So the change in y would be 3, and the change in x would be 6. And then we would simplify this. 3 6 equals what? It equals 1/2. So that's all slope means. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
And then, like I said, sometimes the slope will be very steep like this. Sometimes it might be like this. Sometimes it might be like this. And by counting out how much this goes up, so this would be, say, 1, 1, 1, 1. The slope would be 1 over 1. Say this slope was up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. It would be, does that make sense? Like you just calculate how much it goes up, say 1, and it goes over 2, then it would be 2 over 1. Okay, let's go over the coordinates really quickly. So this is a graph. This is your positive numbers. This is your negative numbers. This is the x-axis. These are your positive numbers. These are your negative numbers. And this is the y-axis. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. So that is 3.2, and I think that'll do it. So let me stop recording, and then I will send this to you. Do you have any questions about that, or does it seem pretty straightforward?
It seems pretty straightforward.
Okay. Awesome, my darling. You are done.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good week, honey. Bye.
Off 2016, 44. Almost exactly the same number of votes that Trump won Pennsylvania over Hillary Clinton in 2016. If he gets 70% of what is remaining out there, and again, you're watching at home, and let's come back to this year's statistic. If you're watching at home, you look at this and you say, well, he's only getting 49. Why do you think he's going to get 70? The votes counted in Pennsylvania today, he's above 78%. And so we're just saying if he only got 70%, only sounds ridiculous, but if he gets 70% for the rest of the count, he will pass Donald Trump by about 40,000 votes. And again, for anyone who hasn't been with us for the last 2+ days, this is happening for a reason. Republicans voted on election day. The president did a fantastic job with his rallies and turning out Republicans on election day. That's why he's getting more votes in Pennsylvania now than he did 4 years ago. Joe Biden and Democrats, though, they had a strategy. Many of them voted by mail. Some of them voted early, getting in line. It's the mail-in ballots that they're counting now. The election day ballots have already been